Lionel Andres Messi Cosentini, Spanish pronunciation, Lionel Andres Messi, listen, born June 24, 1987, is an Argentine professional footballer who plays as a forward and captains both Spanish club Barcelona and the Argentina national team. Often considered the best player in the world and widely regarded as one of the greatest players of all time, Messi has won a record 6 FIFA Ballon d'Or /Best FIFA Meets Player awards, and a record 6 European Golden Shoes. He has spent his entire professional career with Barcelona, where he has won a club record 34 trophies, including 10 La Liga titles, 4 UEFA Champions League titles and 6 Copas del Rey. A prolific goalscorer and a creative playmaker, Messi holds the records for most goals in La Liga, 420, a La Liga and European League season, 50, most hat-tricks in the UEFA Champions League, 8, and most assists in La Liga, 163, and the Copa America, 12. He has scored over 670 senior career goals for club and country. Born and raised in central Argentina, Messi was diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency as a child. At age 13, he relocated to Spain to join Barcelona, who agreed to pay for his medical treatment. After a fast progression through Barcelona's youth academy, Messi made his competitive debut aged 17 in October 2004. Despite being injury-prone during his early career, he established himself as an integral player for the club within the next 3 years, finishing 2007 as a finalist for both the Ballon d'Or and FIFA World Player of the Year award, a feat he repeated the following year. His first uninterrupted season was 2008-09, during which he helped Barcelona achieve the first treble in Spanish football. At 22 years old, Messi won the 2009 Ballon d'Or and the 2009 FIFA World Player of the Year award by record voting margins. 3 successful seasons followed, with Messi winning 3 consecutive FIFA Ballons d'Or, including an unprecedented 4th. During the 2011-12 season, he set the La Liga and European records for most goals scored in a single season, while establishing himself as Barcelona's all-time top scorer in official competitions in March 2012. The following 2 seasons, Messi finished twice second for the Ballon d'Or behind Cristiano Ronaldo, his perceived career rival. Messi regained his best form during the 2014-15 campaign, breaking the all-time goal-scoring records in both La Liga and the Champions League in November 2014, and leading Barcelona to a historic second treble. An Argentine international, Messi is his country's all-time leading goal-scorer. At youth level, he won the 2005 FIFA World Youth Championship, finishing the tournament with both the Golden Ball and Golden Shoe, and an Olympic gold medal at the 2008 Summer Olympics. His style of play as a diminutive, left-footed dribbler drew comparisons with his compatriot Diego Maradona, who described Messi as his successor. After his senior debut in August 2005, Messi became the youngest Argentine to play and score in a FIFA World Cup during the 2006 edition, and reached the final of the 2007 Copa America, where he was named Young Player of the tournament. As the squad's captain from August 2011, he led Argentina to 3 consecutive finals, the 2014 FIFA World Cup, for which he won the Golden Ball, and the 2015 and 2016 Copas America. After announcing his international retirement in 2016, he reversed his decision and led his country to qualification for the 2018 FIFA World Cup, and a third-place finish at the 2019 Copa America. According to France Football, Messi was the world's highest-paid footballer for 5 years out of 6 between 2009 and 2014, and was ranked the world's highest-paid athlete by Forbes in 2019. He was among Time's 100 most influential people in the world in 2011 and 2012. One of the most famous athletes in the world, Messi has been sponsored by sportswear company Adidas since 2006 and has established himself as their leading brand endorser. Early life. Lionel Andres Messi was born on June 24, 1987 in Rosario, the third of the 4 children of Jorge Messi, a steel factory manager, and his wife Celia Cosentini, who worked in a magnet manufacturing workshop. On his father's side, he is of Italian and Spanish descent, the great-grandson of immigrants from the north-central Adriatic Marche region of Italy and Catalonia, and on his mother's side, he has primarily Italian ancestry. Growing up in a tight-knit, football-loving family, Leo developed a passion for the sport from an early age, playing constantly with his older brothers, Rodrigo and Matias, and his cousins, Maximiliano and Emanuele Biancucci, both of whom became professional footballers. At the age of 4 he joined local club Grandoli, where he was coached by his father, though his earliest influence as a player came from his maternal grandmother, Celia, who accompanied him to training and matches. He was greatly affected by her death, shortly before his 11th birthday. Since then, as a devout Catholic, he has celebrated his goals by looking up and pointing to the sky in tribute of his grandmother. A lifelong supporter of Newell's Old Boys, Messi joined the Rosario club when he was 6 years old. During the 6 years he played for Newell's, he scored almost 500 goals as a member of the Machine of '87, the near-unbeatable youth side named for the year of their birth, and regularly entertained crowds by performing ball tricks during halftime of the first team's home games. However, his future as a professional player was threatened when, at age 10, he was diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency. As his father's health insurance covered only 2 years of growth hormone treatment, which cost at least $1,000 per month, Newell's agreed to contribute, but later reneged on their promise. He was scouted by Buenos Aires club River Plate, whose playmaker, Pablo he idolized, but they were also unable to pay for his treatment due to the country's economic collapse. His goal-scoring idol growing up was Ronaldo, with Messi calling him the best forward I've ever seen. As the Messi family had relatives in Catalonia, they sought to arrange a trial with Barcelona in September 2000. First-team director Charlie Rexach immediately wanted to sign him, but the board of directors hesitated. At the time it was highly unusual for European clubs to sign foreign players of such a young age. On 14 December, an ultimatum was issued for Barcelona to prove their commitment, and Rexach, with no other paper at hand, offered a contract on a paper napkin. In February 2001, the family relocated to Barcelona, where they moved into an apartment near the club's stadium, Camp Nou. During his first year in Spain, Messi rarely played with the Infantiles due to a transfer conflict with Newell's. As a foreigner, he could only be fielded in friendlies and the Catalan League. Without football, he struggled to integrate into the team, already reserved by nature. He was so quiet that his teammates initially believed he was mute. At home, he suffered from homesickness after his mother moved back to Rosario with his brothers and little sister, Maria Sol, while he stayed in Barcelona with his father. After a year at Barcelona's youth academy, La Masia, Messi was finally enrolled in the Royal Spanish Football Federation, RFEF, in February 2002. Now playing in all competitions, he befriended his teammates, among whom were Cesc Fabregas and Gerard Piqué. After completing his growth hormone treatment aged 14, Messi became an integral part of the Baby Dream team, Barcelona's greatest ever youth side. During his first full season, 2002-03, he was top scorer with 36 goals in 30 games for the Cadets A, who won an unprecedented treble of the league and both the Spanish and Catalan Cups. The Copa Catalunya final, a 4-1 victory over Espanyol, became known in club lore as the Partido de la Mascara, the final of the mask. A week after suffering a broken cheekbone during a league match, Messi was allowed to start the game on the condition that he wear a plastic protector. Soon hindered by the mask, he took it off and scored 2 goals in 10 minutes before his substitution. At the close of the season, he received an offer to join Arsenal, his first from a foreign club, but while Fabregas and Piqué soon left for England, he chose to remain in Barcelona. Club career: Barcelona 2003-05, rise to the first team. During the 2003-04 season, his fourth with Barcelona, Messi rapidly progressed through the club's ranks, debuting for a record 5 teams in a single campaign. After being named player of the tournament in 4 international preseason competitions with the Juveniles B, He played only one official match with the team before being promoted to the Juveniles A, where he scored 18 goals in 11 league games. Messi was then one of several youth players called up to strengthen a depleted first team during the international break. French winger Ludovic Jelly explained how a teenage Leo caught the eye in a training session with Frank Rijkaard's first team. "He destroyed us all. They were kicking him all over the place to avoid being ridiculed by this kid. He just got up and kept on playing. He would dribble past 4 players and score a goal. Even the team's starting center-backs were nervous. He was an alien." At 16 years, 4 months, and 23 days old, Messi made his first team debut when he came on in the 75th minute during a friendly against Jose Mourinho's Porto on November 16, 2003. His performance, creating 2 chances and a shot on goal, impressed the technical staff, and he subsequently began training daily with the club's reserve side, Barcelona B, as well as weekly with the first team. After his first training session with the senior squad, Barca's new star player, Ronaldinho, told his teammates that he believed the 16-year-old would become an even better player than himself. Ronaldinho soon befriended Messi, whom he called little brother, which greatly eased his transition into the first team. To gain further match experience, Messi joined Barcelona C in addition to the Juveniles A, playing his first game for the third team on 29 November. He helped save them from the relegation zone of the Tercera division, scoring 5 goals in 10 games, including a hat-trick in 8 minutes during the Copa del Rey match while man-marked by Sevilla's Sergio Ramos. His progress was reflected in his first professional contract, signed on February 4, 2004, which lasted until 2012 and contained an initial buyout clause of €30 million. A month later, on 6 March, he made his debut for Barcelona B in the Segunda Division B, and his buyout clause automatically increased to €80 million. He played 5 games with the B team that season but did not score. Physically he was weaker than his opponents, who were often much older and taller, and in training he worked on increasing his muscle mass and overall strength in order to be able to shake off defenders. Towards the end of the season, he returned to both youth teams, helping the Juveniles B win the league. He finished the campaign having scored for 4 of his 5 teams with a total of 36 goals in all official competitions. During the 2004-05 season, Messi was a guaranteed starter for the B team, playing 17 games throughout the campaign and scoring on 6 occasions. Since his debut the previous November, he had not been called up to the first team again, but in October 2004, the senior players asked manager Frank Rijkaard to promote him. Since Ronaldinho already played on the left wing, Rijkaard moved Messi from his usual position onto the right flank, though initially against the player's wishes, allowing him to cut into the center of the pitch and shoot with his dominant left foot. Messi made his league debut during the next match on 16 October, against Espanyol, coming on in the 82nd minute. At 17 years, 3 months, and 22 days old, he was at the time the youngest player to represent Barcelona in an official competition. As a substitute player, he played 77 minutes in 9 matches for the first team that season, including his debut in the UEFA Champions League against Shakhtar Donetsk. He scored his first senior goal on May 1, 2005, against Albacete, from an assist by Ronaldinho, becoming, at that time, the youngest ever scorer for the club. Barcelona, in their second season under Rijkaard, won the league for the first time in 6 years. 2005-08, becoming a starting 11 player. On June 24, 2005, his 18th birthday, Messi signed his first contract as a senior team player. It made him a Barcelona player until 2010, 2 years less than his previous contract, but his buyout clause increased to €150 million. His breakthrough came 2 months later, on 24 August, during the Joan Gamper Trophy, Barcelona's pre-season competition. A starter for the first time, he gave a well-received performance against Fabio Capello's Juventus, receiving an ovation from the Camp Nou. While Capello requested to loan Messi, a bid to buy him came from Inter Milan, who were willing to pay his €150 million buyout clause and triple his wages. According to then-President Joan Laporta, it was the only time the club faced the real risk of losing Messi, but he ultimately decided to stay. On 16 September, his contract was updated for the second time in 3 months and extended to 2014. Due to issues regarding his legal status in the Royal Spanish Football Federation, Messi missed the start of La Liga, but on 26 September, he acquired Spanish citizenship and became eligible to play. Wearing the number 19 shirt, he gradually established himself as the first-choice right-winger, forming an attacking trio with Ronaldinho and striker Samuel Eto'o. He was in the starting lineup in major matches like his first Clásico against rivals Real Madrid on 19 November, as well as Barcelona's away victory over Chelsea in the last 16 round of the Champions League. After he had scored 8 goals in 25 games, including his first in the Champions League, his season ended prematurely during the return leg against Chelsea on March 7, 2006, when he suffered a torn hamstring. Messi worked to regain fitness in time for the Champions League final, but on 17 May, the day of the final, he was eventually ruled out. He was so disappointed that he did not celebrate his team's victory over Arsenal in Paris, something he later came to regret. While Barcelona began a gradual decline, the 19-year-old Messi established himself as one of the best players in the world during the 2006-07 campaign. Already an idol to the Gules, the club's supporters, he scored 17 goals in 36 games across all competitions. However, he continued to be plagued by major injuries. A metatarsal fracture sustained on November 12, 2006 kept him out of action for 3 months. He recovered in time for the last 16 round of the Champions League against Liverpool, but was effectively marked out of the game. Barcelona, the reigning champions, were out of the competition. In the league, his goal contribution increased towards the end of the season. 11 of his 14 goals came from the last 13 games. On March 10, 2007, he scored his first hat-trick in a Clásico, the first player to do so in 12 years, equalizing after each goal by Real Madrid to end the match in a 3-3 draw in injury time. His growing importance to the club was reflected in a new contract, signed that month, which greatly increased his wages. Already frequently compared to compatriot Diego Maradona, Messi proved their similarity when he nearly replicated Maradona's 2 most famous goals in the span of 3 weeks. During a Copa del Rey semi-final against Getafe on 18 April, he scored a goal remarkably similar to Maradona's goal in the quarterfinals of the 1986 FIFA World Cup, known as the goal of the century. Messi collected the ball on the right side near the halfway line, ran 60 meters, 66 yards, and beat 5 defenders before scoring with an angled finish, just as Maradona had done. A league match against Espanyol on 9 June saw him score by launching himself at the ball and guiding it past the goalkeeper with his hand in similar fashion to Maradona's Hand of God goal in the same World Cup match. As Messi continued his individual rise, Barcelona faltered. The team failed to reach the Copa del Rey final after Messi was rested during the second leg against Getafe and lost the league to Real Madrid on head-to-head results. After Ronaldinho lost form, Messi became Barca's new star player at only 20 years old, receiving the nickname Messiah from the Spanish media. His efforts in 2007 also earned him award recognition. Journalists voted him the 3rd best player of the year for the 2007 Ballon d'Or, behind Kaká and runner-up Cristiano Ronaldo, while international managers and national team captains voted him 2nd for the FIFA World Player of the Year award, again behind Kaká. Although he managed to score 16 goals during the 2007-08 campaign, the second half of his season was again marred by injuries after he suffered a torn hamstring on 15 December. He returned to score twice in their away victory against Celtic in the last 16 round of the Champions League, becoming the competition's top scorer at that point with 6 goals, but Trey injured himself during the return leg on March 4, 2008. Rijkaard had fielded him despite warning from the medical staff, leading captain Carlos Puyol to criticize the Spanish media for pressuring Messi to play every match. Barcelona finished the season without trophies, eliminated in the Champions League semi-finals by the eventual champions, Manchester United, and placed third in the league. After 2 unsuccessful seasons, Barcelona were in need of an overhaul, leading to the departure of Rijkaard and Ronaldo. Upon the latter's departure, Messi was given the number 10 shirt. He signed a new contract in July 2008 on an annual salary of €7.8 million, becoming the club's highest paid player. Ahead of the new season, a major concern remained his frequent muscular injuries, which had left him sidelined for a total of 8 months between 2006 and 2008. To combat the problem, the club implemented new training, nutrition, and lifestyle regimens, and assigned him a personal physiotherapist, who would travel with him during call-ups for the Argentina national team. As a result, Messi remained virtually injury-free during the next 4 years, allowing him to reach his full potential. Despite his injuries early in the year, his performances in 2008 saw him again voted runner-up for the Ballon d'Or and the FIFA World Player of the Year award, both times behind Cristiano Ronaldo. 2009-11, sustained success. In his first uninterrupted campaign, the 2008-09 season, he scored 38 goals in 51 games, contributing alongside Eto'o and winger Thierry Henry to a total of 100 goals in all competitions, a record at the time for the club. During his first season under Barcelona's new manager, former captain Pep Guardiola, Messi played mainly on the right wing, like he had under Rijkaard, though this time as a false winger with the freedom to cut inside and roam the center. During the Clásico on May 2, 2009, however, he played for the first time as a false nine, positioned as a center forward but dropping deep into midfield to link up with Xavi and Andrés Iniesta. He assisted his side's first goal and scored twice to end the match in an emphatic 6-2 victory, the team's greatest ever score at Real Madrid's Santiago Bernabéu Stadium. Returning to the wing, he played his first final since breaking into the first team on 13th of May, scoring once and assisting a second goal as Barcelona defeated Athletic Bilbao 4-1 to win the Copa del Rey. With 23 league goals from Messi that season, Barcelona became La Liga champions 3 days later and achieved its 5th double. As the season's Champions League top scorer with 9 goals, the youngest in the tournament's history, Messi scored 2 goals and assisted 2 more to ensure a 4-0 quarter-final victory over Bayern Munich. He returned as a false 9 during the final on 27th of May in Rome against Manchester United. Barcelona were crowned champions of Europe by winning the match 2-0, the second goal coming from a Messi header over goalkeeper Edwin van der Sar. Barcelona thus achieved the first treble in the history of Spanish football. This success was reflected in a new contract, signed on 18th of September, which committed Messi to the club through 2016 with a new buyout clause of €250 million, while his salary increased to €12 million. His team's prosperity continued into the second half of 2009, as Barcelona became the first club to achieve the sextuple, winning 6 top-tier trophies in a single year. After victories in the Supercopa de España and UEFA Super Cup in August, Barcelona won the FIFA Club World Cup against Estudiantes de La Plata on 19th of December, with Messi scoring the winning 2-1 goal with his chest. At 22 years old, Messi won the Ballon d'Or and the FIFA World Player of the Year award, both times by the greatest voting margin in each trophy's history. Unsatisfied with his position on the right wing, Messi resumed playing as a false 9 in early 2010, beginning with the Champions League last 16-round match against VfB Stuttgart. After a first leg draw, Barcelona won the second leg 4-0 with 2 goals and an assist from Messi. At that point, he effectively became the tactical focal point of Guardiola's team, and his goal-scoring rate increased. Messi scored a total of 47 goals in all competitions that season, equaling Ronaldo's club record from the 1996-97 campaign. He scored all of his side's 4 goals in the Champions League quarter-final against Arsene Wenger's Arsenal on 6th of April while becoming Barcelona's all-time top scorer in the competition. Although Barcelona were eliminated in the Champions League semi-finals by the eventual champions, Inter Milan, Messi finished the season as top scorer, with 8 goals, for the second consecutive year. As the league's top scorer with 34 goals, again tying Ronaldo's record, he helped Barcelona win a second consecutive La Liga trophy with only a single defeat. Messi secured Barcelona's first trophy of the 2010-11 campaign, the Supercopa de España, by scoring a hat-trick in his side's second leg 4-0 victory over Sevilla, after a first-leg defeat. Assuming a playmaking role, he was again instrumental in a Clásico on November 29, 2010, the first with José Mourinho in charge of Real Madrid, as Barcelona defeated their rivals 5-0. Messi helped the team achieve 16 consecutive league victories, a record in Spanish football, concluding with another hat-trick against Atletico Madrid on February 5, 2011. His club performances in 2010 earned him the inaugural FIFA Ballon d'Or, an amalgamation of the Ballon d'Or and the FIFA World Player of the Year award, though his win was met with some criticism due to his lack of success with Argentina at the 2010 FIFA World Cup. Under the award's old format, he would have placed just outside the top three, owing his win to the votes from the international coaches and captains. Towards the end of the season, Barcelona played 4 Clásicos in the span of 18 days. A league match on 16 April ended in a draw after a penalty from Messi. After Barcelona lost the Copa del Rey final 4 days later, Messi scored both goals in his side's 2-0 win in the first leg of the Champions League semi-finals in Madrid, the second of which, a slaloming dribble past 3 real players, was acclaimed as one of the best ever in the competition. Although he did not score, he was again important in the second leg draw that sent Barcelona through to the Champions League final, where they faced Manchester United in a repeat of the final 2 years earlier. As the competition's top scorer for the third consecutive year, with 12 goals, Messi gave a man-of-the-match performance at Wembley on 28 May, scoring the match-winning goal of Barca's 3-1 victory. Barcelona won a third consecutive La Liga title. In addition to his 31 goals, Messi was also the league's top assist provider with 18. He finished the season with 53 goals and 24 assists in all competitions, becoming Barcelona's all-time single-season top scorer and the first player in Spanish football to reach the 50-goal benchmark. As Messi developed into a combination of a number 8, a creator, a 9, scorer, and a 10, assistant, he scored an unprecedented 73 goals and provided 29 assists in all club competitions during the 2011-12 season, producing a hat-trick or more on 10 occasions. He began the campaign by helping Barcelona win both the Spanish and European Super Cups. In the Supercopa de España, he scored 3 times to achieve a 5-4 aggregate victory over Real Madrid, overtaking Raúl as the competition's all-time top scorer with 8 goals. At the close of the year, on 18 December, he scored twice in the FIFA Club World Cup final, a 4-0 victory over Santos, earning the Golden Ball as the best player of the tournament, as he had done 2 years previously. For his efforts in 2011, he again received the FIFA Ballon d'Or, becoming only the 4th player in history to win the Ballon d'Or 3 times, after Johan Cruyff, Michel Platini, and Marco van Basten. Additionally, he won the inaugural UEFA Best Player in Europe award, a revival of the old-style Ballon d'Or. By then, Messi was already widely considered one of the best footballers in history, alongside players like Diego Maradona and Pelé. 2012, a record-breaking year. As Messi maintained his goal-scoring form into the second half of the season, the year 2012 saw him break several long-standing records. On 7 March, 2 weeks after scoring 4 goals in a league fixture against Valencia, he scored 5 times in a Champions League last 16-round match against Bayer Leverkusen, an unprecedented achievement in the history of the competition. In addition to being the joint top assist provider with 5 assists, this feat made him top scorer with 14 goals, tying José Altafini's record from the 1962-63 season, as well as becoming only the second player after Gerd Müller to be top scorer in 4 campaigns. 2 weeks later, on 20 March, Messi became the top goal scorer in Barcelona's history at 24 years old, overtaking the 57-year record of César Rodríguez's 232 goals with a hat-trick against Granada. Despite Messi's individual form, Barcelona's four-year cycle of success under Guardiola, one of the greatest eras in the club's history, drew to an end. Although Barcelona won the Copa del Rey against Athletic Bilbao on 25 May, its 14th title of that period, the team lost the league to Real Madrid and was eliminated in the Champions League semi-finals by the eventual champions, Chelsea, with Messi sending a crucial second-leg penalty kick against the crossbar. In Barca's last home league match on 5 May, against Espanyol, Messi scored all four goals before approaching the bench to embrace Guardiola, who had announced his resignation as manager. He finished the season as league top scorer in Spain and Europe for a second time, with 50 goals, a La Liga record, while his 73 goals in all competitions surpassed Gerd Müller's 67 goals in the 1972-73 Bundesliga season, making him the single-season top scorer in the history of European club football. Under manager Tito Vilanova, who had first coached him aged 14 at La Masia, Messi helped the club achieve its best-ever start to a La Liga season during the second half of 2012, amassing 55 points by the competition's midway point, a record in Spanish football. A double scored on 9 December against Real Betis saw Messi break two long-standing records. He surpassed Cesar Rodriguez's record of 190 league goals, becoming Barcelona's all-time top scorer in La Liga, and Gerd Müller's record of most goals scored in a calendar year, overtaking his 85 goals scored in 1972 for Bayern Munich and Germany. Messi sent Müller a number 10 Barcelona shirt, signed with respect and admiration, after breaking his 40-year record. At the close of the year, Messi had scored a record 91 goals in all competitions for Barcelona and Argentina. Although FIFA did not acknowledge the achievement, citing verifiability issues, he received the Guinness World Records title for most goals scored in a calendar year. As the odds-on favorite, Messi again won the FIFA Ballon d'Or, becoming the only player in history to win the Ballon d'Or 4 times. 2013-14, Messi pendentia. Barcelona had virtually secured their La Liga title by the start of 2013, eventually equaling Real Madrid's 100-point record of the previous season. However, their performances deteriorated in the second half of the 2012-13 campaign, concurrently with Villanova's absence due to ill health. After losing successive Clásicos, including the Copa del Rey semi-finals, they were nearly eliminated in the first knockout round of the Champions League by Milan, but a revival of form in the second leg led to a 4-0 comeback, with 2 goals and an assist from Messi. Now in his 9th senior season with Barcelona, Messi signed a new contract on 7 February, committing himself to the club through 2018, while his fixed wage rose to €13 million. He wore the captain's armband for the first time a month later, on 17 March, in a league match against Rayo Vallecano. By then, he had become the team's tactical focal point to a degree that was arguably rivaled only by former Barcelona players Josep Samitier, Laszlo Kubala, and Johan Cruyff. Since his evolution into a false 9 3 years earlier, his input into the team's attack had increased exponentially. From 24% in their treble-winning campaign, his goal contribution rose to more than 40% that season. After 4 largely injury-free seasons, the muscular injuries that had previously plagued Messi reoccurred. After he suffered a hamstring strain on 2 April, during the first quarter-final against Paris Saint-Germain, his appearances became sporadic. In the second leg against PSG, with an underperforming Barcelona down a goal, Messi came off the bench in the second half and within 9 minutes helped create their game-tying goal, which allowed them to progress to the semi-finals. Still unfit, he proved ineffective during the first leg against Bayern Munich and was unable to play at all during the second, as Barcelona were defeated 7-0 on aggregate by the eventual champions. These matches gave credence to the notion of Messi pendentia, Barcelona's perceived tactical and psychological dependence on their star player. Messi continued to struggle with injury throughout 2013, eventually parting ways with his longtime personal physiotherapist. Further damage to his hamstring sustained on 12 May ended his goal-scoring streak of 21 consecutive league games, a worldwide record. He had netted 33 goals during his run, including a 4-goal display against Osasuna, while becoming the first player to score consecutively against all 19 opposition teams in La Liga. With 60 goals in all competitions, including 46 goals in La Liga, he finished the campaign as league top scorer in Spain and Europe for the second consecutive year, becoming the first player in history to win the European Golden Shoe 3 times. Following an irregular start to the new season under manager Gerardo Martino, formerly of his boyhood club Newell's Old Boys, Messi suffered his 5th injury of 2013 when he tore his hamstring on 10th of November, leaving him sidelined for 2 months. Despite his injuries, he was voted runner-up for the FIFA Ballon d'Or, relinquishing the award after a 4-year monopoly to Cristiano Ronaldo. During the second half of the 2013-14 season, doubts persisted over Messi's form, leading to a perception among the Culés that he was reserving himself for the 2014 FIFA World Cup. Statistically, his contribution of goals, shots, and passes had dropped significantly compared to previous seasons. He still managed to break 2 long-standing records in a span of 7 days. A hat-trick on 16th of March against Osasuna saw him overtake Paulino Alcantara's 369 goals to become Barcelona's top goal scorer in all competitions including friendlies, while another hat-trick against Real Madrid on 23rd of March made him the all-time top scorer in El Clásico, ahead of the 18 goals scored by former Real Madrid player Alfredo Di Stefano. Messi finished the campaign with his worst output in 5 seasons, though he still managed to score 41 goals in all competitions. For the first time in 5 years, Barcelona ended the season without a major trophy. They were defeated in the Copa del Rey final by Real Madrid and lost the league in the last game to Atletico Madrid, causing Messi to be booed by sections of fans at the Camp Nou. After prolonged speculation over his future with the club, Messi signed a new contract on May 19, 2014, only a year after his last contractual update. His salary increased to €20 million, or €36 million before taxes, the highest wage in the sport. 2014-15, a historic treble. Under new manager and former captain Luis Enrique, Messi experienced a largely injury-free start to the 2014-15 season, allowing him to break 3 more long-standing records towards the end of the year. A hat-trick scored against Sevilla on 22nd of November made him the all-time top scorer in La Liga, as he surpassed the 59-year record of 251 league goals held by Telmo Zarra. A third hat-trick, scored against city rivals Espanyol on 7th of December, allowed him to surpass Cesar Rodriguez as the all-time top scorer in the Derby Barcelona with 12 goals. Messi again placed second in the FIFA Ballon d'Or behind Cristiano Ronaldo, largely owing to his second-place achievement with Argentina at the World Cup. At the start of 2015, Barcelona were perceived to be headed for another disappointing end to the season, with renewed speculation in the media that Messi was leaving the club. A turning point came on 11th of January during a 3-1 victory over Atletico Madrid, the first time Barca's attacking trident of Messi, Luis Suarez, and Neymar, dubbed MSN, each scored in a match, marking the beginning of a highly successful run. After 5 years of playing in the center of the pitch, Messi had returned to his old position on the right wing late the previous year, by his own suggestion according to Suarez, their striker. From there, he regained his best, arguably his best ever, form, while Suarez and Neymar ended the team's attacking dependency on their star player. With 58 goals from Messi, the trio scored a total of 122 goals in all competitions that season, a record in Spanish football. Towards the end of the campaign, Messi scored in a 1-0 away win over Atletico Madrid on 17th of May, securing the La Liga title. Among his 43 league goals that season was a hat-trick scored in 11 minutes against Rayo Vallecano on 8th of March, the fastest of his senior career. It was his 32nd hat-trick overall for Barcelona, allowing him to overtake Telmo Zarra with the most hat-tricks in Spanish football. As the season's top assist provider with 18, he surpassed Luis Figo with the most assists in La Liga, He made his record 106th assist in a fixture against Levante on 15th of February, in which he also scored a hat-trick. Messi scored twice as Barcelona defeated Athletic Bilbao 3-1 in the Copa del Rey final on 30th of May, achieving the sixth double in their history. His opening goal was hailed as one of the greatest in his career. He collected the ball near the halfway line and beat four opposing players, before feigning the goalkeeper to score in a tight space by the near post. In the Champions League, Messi scored twice and assisted on another in their 3-0 semi-final victory over Bayern Munich, now under the stewardship of Guardiola. His second goal, which came only 3 minutes after his first, saw him chip the ball over goalkeeper Manuel Neuer after his dribble past Jerome Boateng had made the defender drop to the ground. It went viral, becoming the year's most tweeted about sporting moment, and was named the best goal of the season by UEFA. Despite a second leg loss, Barcelona progressed to the final on 6 June in Berlin, where they defeated Juventus 3-1 to win their second treble, becoming the first team in history to do so. Although Messi did not score, he participated in each of his side's goals, particularly the second as he forced a parried save from goalkeeper Gianluigi Buffon, from which Suarez scored the match-winning goal on the rebound. In addition to being the top assist provider with 6 assists, Messi finished the competition as the joint top scorer with 10 goals, which earned him the distinction of being the first player ever to achieve the top scoring mark in 5 Champions League seasons. For his efforts during the season, he received the UEFA Best Player in Europe award for a second time. 2015-16, domestic success. Messi opened the 2015-16 season by scoring twice from free kicks in Barcelona's 5-4 victory, after extra time, over Sevilla in the UEFA Super Cup. On 16 September, he became the youngest player to make 100 appearances in the UEFA Champions League in a 1-1 away draw to Roma. After a knee injury, he returned to the pitch on 21 November, making a substitute appearance in Barcelona's 4-0 away win over rivals Real Madrid in El Clasico. Messi capped off the year by winning the 2015 FIFA Club World Cup final on 20th December, collecting his 5th club trophy of 2015 as Barcelona defeated River Plate 3-0 in Yokohama. On 30th December, Messi scored on his 500th appearance for Barcelona, in a 4-0 home win over Real Betis. On January 11, 2016, Messi won the FIFA Ballon d'Or for a record 5th time in his career. On 3 February, he scored a hat-trick in Barcelona's 7-0 win against Valencia in the first leg of the Copa del Rey semi-final at the Camp Nou. In a 6-1 home win against Celta de Vigo in the league, Messi assisted Suarez from a penalty kick. Some saw it as a touch of genius, while others criticized it as being disrespectful to the opponent. The Celta players never complained and their coach defended the penalty, stating, "Barca's forwards are very respectful." The penalty routine has been compared to that of Barca icon Johan Cruyff in 1982, who was battling lung cancer, leading many fans to indicate that the penalty was a tribute to him. Cruyff himself was very happy with the play, insisting it was legal and entertaining. On 17 February, Messi reached his 300th league goal in a 1-3 away win against Sporting de Gijón. A few days later, he scored both goals in Barcelona's 0-2 win against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium, in the first leg of the 2015-16 UEFA Champions League round of 16, with the second goal being Barcelona's 10,000th in official competitions. On 17 April, Messi ended a 5-match scoring drought with his 500th senior career goal for club and country in Barcelona's 2-1 home loss to Valencia. Messi finished the 2015-16 season by setting up both goals in Barcelona's 2-0 extra-time win over Sevilla in the 2016 Copa del Rey final, at the Vicente Calderón Stadium, on May 22, 2016, as the club celebrated winning the domestic double for the second consecutive season. In total, Messi scored 41 goals and provided 23 assists, as Barcelona's attacking trio managed a Spanish record of 131 goals throughout the season, breaking the record they had set the previous season. 2016-17, 4th Golden Boot. Messi opened the 2016-17 season by lifting the 2016 Supercopa de España as Barcelona's captain in the absence of the injured Andrés Iniesta. He set up Munir's goal in a 2-0 away win over Sevilla in the first leg on 14th of August, and subsequently scored and assisted in a 3-0 win in the return leg on 17th of August. 3 days later, he scored 2 goals and provided an assist to lead Barcelona to a 6-2 victory against Real Betis in the opening game of the 2016-17 La Liga season. On September 13, 2016, Messi scored his first hat-trick of the season in the opening game of the 2016-17 UEFA Champions League campaign against Celtic in a 7-0 victory. This was also Messi's 6th hat-trick in the Champions League, the most by any player. A week later, Messi sustained a groin injury in a 1-1 draw against Atletico Madrid and was ruled out with injury for 3 weeks. He marked his return with a goal, scoring 3 minutes after coming off the bench in a 4-0 home win over Deportivo de La Coruña, on 16th of October. 3 days after this, he netted his 37th club hat-trick as Barcelona defeated Manchester City 4-0. On 1st of November, Messi scored his 54th Champions League group stage goal in Barcelona's 3-1 away loss to Manchester City, surpassing the previous record of 53 goals held by Raúl. Messi finished the year with 51 goals, making him Europe's top scorer, one ahead of Zlatan Ibrahimovic. After placing second in the 2016 Ballon d'Or, on January 9, 2017 Messi also finished in second place, behind Cristiano Ronaldo once again, in the 2016 Best FIFA Means Player Award. On 11th of January, Messi scored from a free kick in Barcelona's 3-1 victory against Athletic Bilbao in the second leg of the round of 16 of the Copa del Rey, which enabled Barcelona to advance to the quarterfinals of the competition, with his 26th goal from a free kick for Barcelona in all competitions. He equaled the club's all-time record, which had previously been set by Ronald Koeman. In his next league match, on 14th of January, Messi scored in a 5-0 win against Las Palmas. With this goal, he equaled Raúl's record for the most number of teams scored against in La Liga, 35. On February 4, 2017, Messi scored his 27th free kick for Barcelona in a 3-0 home win over Athletic Bilbao in the league, overtaking Koeman as the club's all-time top scorer from free kicks. On 23 April, Messi scored twice in a 3-2 away win over Real Madrid. His game-winning goal in stoppage time was his 500th for Barcelona. His memorable celebration saw him taking off his Barcelona shirt and holding it up to incensed Real Madrid fans, with his name and number facing the crowd. On 27 May, Messi scored a goal and set up another for Paco Alcácer in the 2017 Copa del Rey final, helping Barcelona to a 3-1 victory over Alaves, and was named man of the match. In total, Messi finished the 2016-17 season with 54 goals and 16 assists, while his 37 goals in La Liga saw him claim both the Pichichi and European Golden Boot awards for the 4th time in his career. 2017-18, domestic double and a record 5th Golden Boot. Messi opened the 2017-18 season by converting a penalty in Barcelona's 1-3 first-leg home defeat to Real Madrid in Supercopa de España. Thereby, Messi also extended his El Clasico goal-scoring record, with the goal being his 24th official and 25th overall. On 9th of September, Messi scored his first hat-trick of the 2017-18 league campaign, against Espanyol in Derby Barcelona, thus helping to secure a 5-0 home victory for Blaugrana over local rivals. Messi netted twice against Gianluigi Buffon, on 12th of September, as Barca defeated the last season's Italian champions Juventus 3-0 at home in the UEFA Champions League. On 19th of September, Messi found the net 4 times in a 6-1 thrashing of Eibar at the Camp Nou in La Liga. 3 weeks later, on 1st of October, Messi surpassed his former teammate Carlos Puyol to become the 3rd highest appearance maker in the club's history, as he helped Barca defeat Las Palmas 3-0 by assisting Sergio Busquets' opener and later adding to himself in his 594th official game for the club. The league game was played behind closed doors at the Camp Nou due to violence in Catalonia relating to an ongoing independence referendum. On 18 October, in his 122nd European club appearance, Messi scored his 97th UEFA Champions League goal, and his 100th in all UEFA club competitions, in a 3-1 home victory over Olympiacos. Messi became only the second player after Cristiano Ronaldo to reach this century milestone, but accomplished it in 21 fewer appearances than the Portuguese counterpart. On 4 November, he made his 600th appearance for Barcelona in a 2-1 home win over Sevilla in La Liga. Following the reception of his fourth Golden Boot, Messi signed a new deal with Barcelona on 25 November, keeping him with the club through the 2020-21 season. His buyout clause was set at €700 million. On January 7, 2018, Messi made his 400th La Liga appearance with Barcelona in a 3-0 home win over Levante, marking the occasion with his 144th league assist and 365th league goal for the club, the latter of which saw him equal Gerd Muller's record for the most league goals scored for the same club in one of Europe's top 5 divisions. A week later, he broke the record, scoring his 366th La Liga goal from a free kick in a 4-2 away win against Real Sociedad. On 4 March, he scored his 600th senior career goal from a free kick in a 1-0 home win over Atletico Madrid, in La Liga. On 14 March, Messi scored his 99th and 100th Champions League goals in a 3-0 home win over Chelsea, becoming only the second player after Cristiano Ronaldo to reach this landmark, and achieving it at a younger age, in fewer appearances, having played fewer minutes, and having taken fewer shots than his Portuguese counterpart. His opening goal, which came after only 2 minutes and 8 seconds, was also the fastest of his career, as Barcelona advanced to the quarterfinals of the competition for the 11th consecutive season. On 7 April, he scored a hat-trick in a 3-1 win over Leganés, including his 6th goal scored from a free kick for the season, matching the record set by former teammate Ronaldo. He once again finished the season as the top scorer in La Liga, with 34 goals, which also saw him win his 5th Golden Shoe award. On 21 April, Messi scored Barcelona's second goal, his 40th of the season, in a 5-0 win over Sevilla in the 2018 Copa del Rey final, later also setting up Suarez's second goal. This was Barcelona's 4th consecutive title and their 30th overall. On 29 April, Messi scored a hat-trick in a 4-2 away win over Deportivo de La Coruña, which saw Barcelona claim their 25th league title. On 9 May, Messi scored as Barcelona defeated Villarreal 5-1 to set the longest unbeaten streak, 43 games, in La Liga history. 2018-19, Barcelona captain, 10th La Liga title, and a record 6th Golden Boot. With the departure of former captain Andrés Iniesta in May 2018, Messi was named the team's new captain for the following season. On August 12, 2018, he lifted his first title as Barcelona's captain, the Supercopa de España, following a 2-1 victory over Sevilla. On 19 August, Messi scored twice in helping Barcelona defeat Alaves 3-0 in their first La Liga match of the season, with his first goal, a free kick that he rolled under the jumping Alaves wall, making history and being Barcelona's 6,000th goal in La Liga. On 18 September, Messi scored a hat-trick in a 4-0 home win over PSV Eindhoven in Barcelona's opening Champions League group stage match of the season, setting a new record for most hat-tricks in the competition, with 8. On 20 October, Messi scored and assisted in a 4-2 home win over Sevilla, but was later forced off in the 26th minute after falling awkwardly and injuring his right arm. Tests later confirmed that he had fractured his radial bone, ruling him out for approximately 3 weeks. On 8 December, Messi scored 2 free kicks, his 9th and 10th goals from set pieces during the calendar year, in a 4-0 away win over Catalan derby rivals Espanyol in La Liga. This was the first time ever that he had managed such a feat in the league. His first goal was also his 10th league goal of the season, making him the first player ever to reach double figures in La Liga for 13 consecutive seasons. On January 13, 2019, Messi scored his 400th La Liga goal and his 435th league appearance in a 3-0 home win over Eibar, becoming the first player ever to manage this tally in just one of Europe's top 5 leagues. On 2nd of February, Messi scored twice in a 2-2 draw against Valencia, with his first goal coming from the penalty spot, his 50th La Liga penalty goal. As such, he became only the third player in La Liga history after Cristiano Ronaldo and Hugo Sanchez to score 50 penalties in the competition. Later that month, the club admitted they had begun preparations for Messi's future retirement. On 23rd of February, Messi scored the 50th hat-trick of his career and also provided an assist for Suarez, as he helped Barcelona come from behind to achieve a 4-2 away victory over Sevilla in La Liga. The goal was also his 650th career goal for club and country at senior level. On 16th of April, Messi scored twice in a 3-0 home victory over Manchester United in the second leg of the Champions League quarter-finals to give Barcelona a 4-0 aggregate win, which saw Barcelona progress to the semi-finals of the competition for the first time since 2015. These were also his first goals in the Champions League quarter-finals since 2013. On 27th of April, Messi came off the bench and scored the only goal in a 1-0 home win over Levante, which allowed Barcelona to clinch the league title. This was his 450th La Liga appearance, and his first league title as Barcelona's captain. On 1st of May, Messi scored twice in a 3-0 home win over Liverpool in the first leg of the Champions League semi-finals. His second goal of the match, a 35-yard free kick, was the 600th senior club goal of his career, all of which had been scored with Barcelona. In the return leg 6 days later at Anfield, Barcelona suffered a 4-0 away defeat, which saw Liverpool advance to the final 4-3 on aggregate. On 19th of May, in Barcelona's final La Liga match of the season, Messi scored twice in a 2-2 away draw against Eibar, his 49th and 50th goals of the season in all competitions, which saw him capture his 6th Pichichi trophy as the league's top scorer, with 36 goals.